Hello viewers, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. We're gonna explore some more of Transylvania. It is worth noting that even when we return to an expedition that we've done before, each expedition has, in addition to being somewhat procedurally generated, you know, the node layout and everything is different every time. Each zone has a couple of different variants. You don't always have access to the same treasures. For example, in Transylvania, that zombie encounter that we had in the last adventure is only present some of the time. And when the zombie encounter is not present, there's a different set of treasures that you can get instead. So let's head down there and see what we have to get. I think we're doing okay on score. We're going to get a lot of points during this expedition due to now getting bonus resolve for encounters and stuff. We're about to solve another mystery. The Globus cruciger of Charlemagne, long thought to be a myth, has been tracked down by the renowned explorers. It is said that through merchants and thieves, the Globus cruciger ended up here with a noble family. Charles is determined to find this elusive treasure. We have to be careful. There's lots of wolves and shit. I know about the wolves. Listen, you don't got to tell me twice about wolves. Sorry about that, excuse me. Alright, so let's, I'm super disappointed that hitting these two nodes would cost me 4 supplies. I do think that we're going to go here first, though. Oh no, it's wolves! We are way ready to deal with some wolves, let me tell you. Yep. So we'll get 1 point of our supplies back. It's just the 3? Okay. 50 resolve, no armor. Fond of biting people. So somebody needs to lead off with a hit, and then somebody else needs to go for the devious attacks. So we're gonna open up with a physical attack from our scout here, so that we get the devious ability bonus power. And then we're going to go for some devious abilities. Oh, they are resistant to sadness because they're wolves, and it doesn't really... What do they have to be sad about? Oh, this actually isn't going to... This isn't helping at all. Alright, well, we got this one, and this guy is now debuffed all to hell. So that's something. Oh. You can't quite reach anybody with anything. Okay. Looks like we're just getting bit twice. Remember that we have a lot of health. We have bonus health because of all of the liquor that we're always drinking. Have a lot of bonus health from being incredible drunks, so... There we go. And then we'll terrify this final wolf. Animals are horrified of the concept of an honorable duel, because they know that it would be very difficult for them to hold the pistols. Alright, attack averted. And Kiwi leveled up. For more survivalist traits. We'll go around the 2-point path just to see if that empty node has anything at it, which it does not. The view of the starry night is beautiful. Inspired by the glowing full moon, you decide to make the best of this moment. Charles suggests writing a poem to gain some prestige. Agatha thinks it's more useful to make those same stories into a good lecture. I think we're going hard on status now. Uh-oh, Kiwi's gone again. Charles is about to complain when you hear Kiwi yelling. Oh no, she's being followed! A group of local goons angrily storms toward the crew. Oh, wow. Okay, let me try that again. A group of local goons angrily storms toward the crew. Alright, that's the one. Use take 2. It seems Kiwi has led them right to our camp, and we have to defend ourselves against a 4-star encounter now. Kiwi, damn it. That's fine. Extra encounters are actually really good for us. Wow. And our payouts are so good. Okay, so these guys don't stand up well. They love to make their enemies terrified. These guys are just rookie punk-ass cultists. So, who wants to do a violence? Huh. Oh, Kiwi leveled up and got her last ability. Flank and Shank. It does more damage than a normal attack and lowers the armor of the target. But you have to be flanking to use it, so you have to have guys on opposite sides of the target, basically. So these dudes have some armor. Wow, she's really not going to get there. Well, we fall back, that's for sure. We fall back and burn these guys down with the quickness. There we go. Should be pretty trivial. And then if the cultists choose to stay aggressive, we're in a great position. Yeah, Kiwi should be able to just shout at this guy and put him down. He's too enraged even to fight back. A grim condition. Alright, and then this guy's in a position where we should be able to bring him down really quickly at the beginning of next turn. Maybe we get these guys both on the next turn. It's possible that we will have to wait. Wait another round to finish off the second guy. So she doesn't quite get the one shot, but she doesn't have the highest speech in the party either. No, it looks like we're just not getting a one shot. That's all. Yeah, these guys actually have a surprising amount of health. Alright, so we'll get this guy in 2, and then we'll just endure one more attack. It's not the end of the world. And honestly, making this guy sad may have some value. Alright, never mind, because we're going to immediately undo it. I was saying, making that guy sad may have had value, and I should have configured this so that that was how he ended up. Because he might switch to devious mode. Nope. He's decided he just wants to hit us with a scythe. Well, here's what I think of that, you ruffian. That was quite an illustration in that speech bubble there. Alright. Lots of renown and tokens and supplies for us. And this is the middle of Kiwi's crew story, so let's hear. That was close. As the crew members catch their breath, Charles is the first to address Kiwi. Never a dull moment with you, eh, Kiwi? Kiwi's a bit embarrassed, but also happy she can count on Charles. She tells Charles that she had seen an interesting herb and snatched it. Sadly, those goons spotted her and chased her. Charles applauds Kiwi's adventurous spirit. As long as she's got some backup, she'll grow up to be an amazing explorer. Is she really young? So, 4 study tokens and additional buffs. Plus 5 spirit, because Charles is so classy. That's true, he is. And he got survival wilderness lore. And a movement and 10 grit. Oh, he already had a movement. This replaced that, so that's not actually an extra point of movement. But 10 grit and a little bit more survivalism. Can't hurt. Okay. Keep exploring. Kiwi finds some silverware. It must have been dropped by a merchant or bandit. Let's go to the supplies, even though I hate how all of the nodes around here have cost 2 supplies to leave. As the night falls, you hear howling all around. The only way to stay safe is by convincing locals to take you in. Well, we should be pretty good at that. Charles convinces a woman who lives in a small shack. You spend the night safely. Oh, here's something. Yep, swamp gases. We've done every version of that critic joke. Okay, so renowned archaeologists can happen during the last expedition. There's no reason we have to do it right now. So the question is plus 2 resolve or lucky gold. We'll go into the final expedition as it is right now with 6 resolve, or I guess it's going to depend on how we end this one, because there's that skill check that gives you plus or minus a resolve. So 5 or 7 resolve, assuming that we don't lose anything here. That's not super high. But I really do want more money. The crew sure is a lucky lot. With their unfaltering spirit, they always seem to find more gold than one normally would. Fortune favors the brave. Yep, and then we'll do Renowned Archaeologist for our last one. The campfire stories have gotten pretty good, man. Alright. Hey, it's that zombie. We don't have the ability to rip out his bolts because we don't have a level 3 Quick Thinker or a level 3 Engineer. Although I think we have level 2 of each. Okay, so this dude is going to be a little trickier. He's got a lot of speech defense. We have a lot more defenses than we had last time, though. I guess there's no reason that we can't just be really physical with him, though. We can attack him physically a lot, and we actually don't have great attack, but we have a lot of enrage and a lot of ability to lower armor and stuff. And then it's 2 of these. Oh no, these guys are not the same guys. These are not the guys we just fought. These guys are weaker. So if Charles ran over here, would he terrify one of these guys out? No, not out. But if Kiwi went here and gave this guy a flankenshank. Yeah, let's do that. That is a nonsensical way to fight. Alright, now Charles should be able to one-shot these guys. Absolutely mortified! I love the way the game starts talking in all caps as your abilities get better. And then we'll terrify this guy now so that he does less damage. Nobody wants to get reprimanded. Okay. So he's gaining 8 health a turn. He's going to gain more as the fight goes on. But it doesn't ramp up too quickly. Kiwi is pretty badly injured and stunned. That's not great for us. She does have a lot of grit. She might be able to get out of this. Charles has way more speech than Agatha does. If he can't terrify her out, neither can Agatha. And Agatha actually has more attack. Should I ignore these cultists and go insult the zombie to lower his defenses, and then next turn we can just like go super hard on him? I think I'm gonna try that. Stop it. Alright. So, his defenses are super lowered. And he's enraged, so he's got minus 20. So he's at minus 45 armor. This is a time for physical violence. And we'll just have to hope that nobody dies. Kiwi being stunned is really, really crappy. Uh-oh. Okay, that didn't even hit Kiwi, so that's good. Unfortunately, it did lower all of our attack power. Well, not everybody's terrified. Kiwi's still fine, but... So, minus 25% attack power is really crappy. This is not a good turn for that. Kiwi will actually do more damage in enraging him further. Alright, hold on a second. Agatha moves to here. So that Kiwi can stand here and do Loudmouth, which will do even more damage than normal on account of having more enemies around. Then Charles can move to here and use Deride for some healing. Get the zombie's attention a little bit. And it looks like Agatha's probably not going to be able to defeat this guy, but if she can defeat him, Sadness is the way to do it. Damn it. How much did she leave him at? 2 or 4. And then he gained 24. That's not bad. We can definitely deal with that in a single attack. Okay, so as long as this guy doesn't freak out and somehow kill somebody, we've totally got this in hand. That was way easier than than it was last time, I feel like. We cannot quite deal with it in one attack. I was wrong. Wait, is it going to leave a zombie enraged? Well, whatever. It's done now. They broke his mind. What an encounter! The zombie and the cultists are defeated. The spoils and fame are yours for the taking. Not to mention the cultists left some supplies. And of course the villagers will be grateful. Oops, Kiwi forgot some stuff because she's real drunk. Frowny face. It's okay. We'll live. Next to a fallen tree, you find some dim glowing mushrooms. Yes, we will gain a point of resolve. Charles received a response from the Queen. He's so nervous opening the letter that even his gloves are sweaty. Dear Charles, I cannot even begin to describe how undiplomatic your attempt at a letter was. Your insult to the French was also quite barbaric. Nevertheless, I must support the endeavors of British citizens. You will receive some support here in London. I am your superior, Victoria. Oh no! Charles is hurt and angry. One chance to send a letter to the Queen and he blew it. This is all the crew's fault. Kiwi and Agatha are so barbaric that they make Charles look bad. Everything they do is wrong. Charles will do everything he can to compensate for their uncivilized behavior. He's too rash. I need to keep the crew in order. Plus 20 speech defense, gain tactician formations. So negative and feeble, I keep in shape for physical challenges. Plus 25% attack power, gain athlete powerhouse. Wow! That's a really powerful crew story. That's awesome. Yeah, I really, really like the whole Campfire story system. Everything about it is so cool. Some strong-looking villagers approach you aggressively, but quickly change tone. Hey, these lands are property of the Count of the Castle, and you're not... Oh my god, are those real Pinkerton boots? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I need them like now! No, you don't. And also, we just killed a zombie for you people. Well, you didn't kill it. We made it feel bad about itself. But it's kind of the same thing. Charles is going to be tactically prepared about stuff now. How do you like that? Alright, these guys need to go away forever. They're going to be friendly at us, which is rough. We can start aggressive and see if we can bait them into being aggressive and then go devious on them in response. What is their deal? They're weak against sadness, and that's it. Alright. They'll copy your attitude after a turn of disbelief. Okay, so we could go aggressive and then... yeah. So I'm going to start friendly then. For maximum aggression. He's so impressed thinking about his high score on that paper that she's just assigned him that he'll never see this punch in the face coming. Because now Charles is the best person in the party at everything. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Charles, you crack me up. Uh-oh. Okay. What's that mean? Okay. Triggered because you were brutal. Okay, good to know. We're just gonna, seg devious then. Yeah, that was pretty weird. Agatha gave him some homework, and then Charles punched him right in his stupid face, and then Kiwi came over and insulted him and threw a knife in the dirt for some reason. She likes doing that. We're so brutal. Alright, we're gonna have to endure... this is gonna suck. We're gonna have to endure some pretty rough stuff here. Alright, we're just gonna commit really hard to the devious thing and try to get out of this by not being brutal anymore. I'd rather be tyrannizing than brutal, I think. I don't know why none of the Terrify attacks are just the person shouting, "Oogie boogie boogie." That would have to work, right? Wow, none of Kiwi's attacks are effective at all. Alright, we're gonna get walloped a little bit here. Alright, high grit is the only thing that's really gonna save us. I mean, we have fine defenses, we have lots of health. I know that we spend a lot of time getting really super drunk, but really all that does is numb our pain receptors. That's how alcohol works, right? Nope, Agatha can't get over here. I want her to stand in a place where she could reduce more people's speech defense. Alright, that was a pretty good loudmouth. And then we can, at this point, start actually getting rid of guys. We got pretty lucky with our dodges. Yeah. Wait, what is that? Inspiring course. She's just taught them something very inspiring. He changed to devious and then still just tried to hit us in the head with a hammer. I don't think this guy understands the attitude system at all. Alright, the villagers don't want your boots, and you gain status. The men are disappointed. We're obviously not cool enough for Pinkerton boots. We'll go away now on these ragged pieces of leather we deserve, and good riddance. Whatever the heck you are. Okay, so we're at 8 supplies. We can afford to kinda take a roundabout path. The crew finds a physical challenge. Oh man. A fallen boulder blocks a narrow path forward beside a ravine. Charles would like to follow that path, as you've heard of gemstones being found there. Man, this isn't like anything I ever saw in Double Dare. Agatha moving the boulder is both amusing to me, and I don't really care if she loses 4 attacks, so... I kind of formulated that sentence incredibly incorrectly. Agatha tries to lift the boulder, but it just won't budge, and then she almost falls into the ravine. Why, that could have been the death of Agatha. So if we go this way, we'll get a little bit of extra XP. But it's pretty... I mean, there's a lot of supplies. We'll have to spend 4 supplies in 2 moves, although we will get 2 of them back from combat. And there's probably more town over here. No, I'd rather just skip this. I want to try to hit as many nodes as possible here. In the midst of the forest, the crew finds a medieval fort. Charles wonders what you could find inside. A group of militia villagers jump out from the trees. This fort and its treasures inside belong to the Romanian heritage. We will not let some plunderers get them. Yeah, okay. We're all very impressed with your shouting and your hammers and your mustaches and your weird bandanas that you wear over your head. What's that? I don't know. I don't think it's called a do-rag when it's an old Romanian woman, right? Is that what a babushka is? I clearly don't. Never mind. I clearly don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, well, these guys want to be aggressive, which is good for us. So somebody should stab one of them. Oh, Charles. Charles, throw a punch. Right across the mustachioed area. And Kiwi can run up here. Also, we're in Transylvania. I think I said Romania earlier. Wait, is Transylvania part of... Oh, man. My stereotypical American lack of geography knowledge is going to show through. Listen, I want everybody to know, if you're a non-American and you're listening to this, I want you guys to know that we are sorry. We're sorry we don't know anything about the world. We're all just very busy. We don't have time to look things up. Uh-oh. They've brought rifles. That's probably supposed to be a shotgun, actually. In any case, they're shooting at us. That's the point. The important part of that was that they're shooting at us. Oh, wow. Kiwi's really getting her ass kicked here. We gotta be a little careful. Okay, so... These guys are weak against Terrify. Truly horrifying. This game is so charming. Alright, we'll just have to hope that this lady doesn't decide to shoot Kiwi at point-blank range with a shotgun. Ooh. Okay, Kiwi needs to stay out of the line of fire for a little while. Oh, that's okay. Kiwi can spend this turn finishing off this old woman. Yes, as soon as I said it, I heard it. You don't have to tell me. Kiwi can spend this part of the turn defeating this old woman. Is there a way... If she stands here, I think she's too far away. Yeah. Oh well. I still think it's the right thing to do. Because those guys really do not handle the humiliation well. And now we deride this guy because we don't have another ability that will hit him at that range with a 100% hit chance. Your underwear are blue and have bizarre stains at the crotch. Were those gray? Is that a thing? Is that an old wives' tale? Is there something you can do that will make your body just leak gray stuff out of your genitals? Alright, so I feel pretty good about this. We spent a nice evening terrifying the shit out of some old women who are just trying to defend their home. The militia stops resisting. Why are you so mean? What do you want to achieve with this? We're not just going to give up on our national heritage. Right? You can feel the morale wavering. Charles is getting 25% bonus on this because he's very mean. Full of star-like glamour, Charles makes it perfectly clear. These lands are backwards. Nobody wants to come here, and this treasure, which is probably worthless, is going to rot away with this country. That one hit home. The militia lose their pride and reluctantly let you take what's in the fort. Some even start crying. Delightful. The fort is quite a sight. Later, people will surely pay some good coin to visit it. Inside, you find a fantastic reliquary, the Hand of Charlemagne. You wonder how it ended up all the way here. No wonder the militia were so protective of it. Cool, Charlemagne's hand. Hey, cool, free hand. Yeah, campaign tokens are way better than secret tokens. Not on a one-to-one basis, but 8 campaign tokens is like 3 secret tokens at this point. What a great haul. Content with the findings in the fort, the crew moves on to find the castle of Count Dracul. Well, actually, it's right there. We've totally found it. We will come back. A decorated hunter. Charles knows that you can get a favor or some supplies with some well-placed diplomacy. The hunter is very pleased with the trinket you gift her. Allow me to give you something as well. Do you want some of the food I collected? Or do you prefer that I tell about your glorious travels? Me! Tell them about me! This place is really giving... Charles' unique character is really coming through here. There's a small cemetery here. Many graves have been broken, and there are some cultist cloaks around an empty grave. Curious. Not that curious. Remember, we already totally know what happened. As you enter the village, everyone becomes ecstatic. You are welcomed as the hero who dealt with the zombie and loaded with presents. Wow, a treasure hunt and a secret. That's nice. The village is relatively lively for how isolated it is. When you look around, a woman behind a stand is calling for your attention. Foreigner, I see you have medical equipment. Want to trade some resolve for supplies? Ooh, you know what? I kinda do at this point. Since we went up to 5 resolve, I know this isn't a lot, but we have a lot of the area still left to explore, and we are actually pretty low on supplies. I'm gonna do it. This might be unwise, but I really want to get a few more nodes done here. You're walking on a twisted path through the forest when you hear a familiar voice. Lady Vaduva, the treasurer of the renowned Explorer Society, and also a member of your glorious entourage. That's true, she is. She's carrying a chest full of gold. Charles, how great to see you here. I was just going here to pick up this find for our treasury before that cursed Count gets it. I love it when people visit my homeland, and I'm sure to promote you a little bit back in London. Okay. So we don't have a ton of supplies with which to explore here. Kiwi tells a little horror story to the crew, a big mystery where explorers were suddenly abducted by a shady group. Agatha is absolutely terrified and runs away from Kiwi. There's a bunch of typos in that one. Lightning is striking all around. You need to be careful where you walk or you'll get hit. Minus 15 speech defense would be bad. But maybe I should save this tool for that. Yeah, let's save the tool for the die roll at the end where we can lose a resolve, because if I can turn that into a definite gain, that would be great. Agatha knows exactly how to walk, and the crew gets out in one piece. And also, they get, Tidus's ultimate weapon from Final Fantasy X. Was that Tidus? I don't remember which guy that was. One of them, you had to dodge a bunch of lightning on a plane. The only way to make it a safe place tonight is if you cross a cliff. Someone needs to construct a bridge. Well, shoot. Do I need to do this to avoid losing a resolve? But you know what? The thing with the count is plus 1 resolve or minus 1 resolve. So if I use a tool to assure victory on that, it's like gaining 2 resolve. Because I'll have 5 instead of 3. So I'm going to save the tool again. Plus, maybe Agatha will just, nail this. Yeah, she totally did. I should never have doubted her. She's like that pig. Agatha builds a small bridge from some rope and wood, and everyone walks across safely. Hey look, a treasure. Oh, good supplies. You encounter a local lady who is immediately protective about something she's carrying with her. It looks like an old document. Charles would like to have the documents and contemplates who could convince the lady. Why? Why do we need it? I don't know. Whatever. Get it. When the lady hears from Charles about your adventures and status, she's bowled over by your glory. She gives you the document, which is both historically and culturally relevant. It's a poem. It gives plus 5 speech power and plus 5 speech defense and goes in the defense slot. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting, because don't we have... Yeah, Charles is using a terrible... This is like a huge upgrade for him. Oh wow, and it sells for 350 gold if we want to sell it later. Okay, let's get some supplies, because we need them desperately. Oh, you hear distant howling. As you close in, you see a pack of wolves huddled around an abandoned cart which holds supplies and valuables. So we get 1 supply token, 1 supply and 2 encounter tokens, or we can beat them up, take the supplies, get a supply from the fight, and also get a bunch of extra tokens from the fight. This doesn't seem very difficult at all. I have to say, I think we've had very good luck so far on this this particular adventure. Oh, also the Renown. I forgot about the Renown. We're gonna have Rivaloo beat on Renown before we're even done with this adventure. And this is pretty cool. They all have minus. They all started next to Agatha, so they're all suffering from her minus speech defense thing. So they don't have any particular speech weaknesses. And actually, I think I am gonna punch one of them. Yeah. Let's punch this one. And then actually, I'm going to move Agatha to the side here. So she's still minus speech defensing the ones that have full health. And we're going to drop the best loudmouth of all time. Yep, that was pretty good. 5 encounter tokens. Yeah, things are going okay for us. With the wolves defeated, you take all the supplies and valuables left in the cart. So we got to +2, and then it's not actually going to matter because this... all of the ways out of this node cost 2 supplies. I hate how frequently things cost 2 supplies in these later adventures. A bag of supplies has become stuck in the mud, and Charles wants someone to get it. Well, I guess we'll, minus 2 supplies doesn't do anything, so whatever. This is gonna suck. We do not need to take a bunch of penalties right before the count. Okay. Agatha manages to pull herself back out of the muck, but the supplies are left behind. You lost grit. That's not the end of the world. Oh, Agatha leveled up. So gain an extra speech on Terrify, or Agatha gains plus 10 speech while your current attitude is devious. It's gotta be that one, right? Because Agatha spends a lot of time doing other things, and plus 10 speech is still gonna be pretty good. And we're devious basically all the time. Okay. So we're gonna take one more penalty. A large group of cultists is marching toward you. So this is a lot of tokens. But it's a coin flip to lose resolve. We're going to leave some supplies and run away, since leaving some supplies behind doesn't do anything. Charles lost grid as well. That's actually, that's a total gift. Alright, let's get out of here. Charles knocks on the massive door, which opens immediately. Welcome, honored guests. Please proceed to my courtyard. Have you noticed how I always remember to pick up the voice for a character only after a full sentence of speech? Agatha looks around with interest because she's an archaeologist and she's great. By the way, I don't think we've had a single archaeologist spin since we took that treasure on the last expedition, so that's been pretty disappointing. Agatha takes a look around and warns the crew there have been stories of noble families cursed by greed, arrogance, and blasphemy. There's even the myth of the vampire who lures people into submission. The crew is mildly disturbed. Oh, a secret and probably plus odds on that resolve challenge. Honored guests, what brings you to this faraway palace of mine? Did you too come to admire me? Well, not really, but Charles is oddly attracted to this man. I mean, look at that haircut, how could you not be? The Count is shocked. A holy item here in my castle? Repugnant! It must have been brought here by that Frankish nun in 965. Guards, search through the entire castle and look for this thing. My guests, please make yourselves comfortable in the meantime. So if we have Charles have a charming conversation, then his odds on that challenge are going to fall, so let's have Kiwi go to the buffet. Kiwi knows how to get comfortable with the delicious banquet you just passed. Everyone eats in fair modesty, but Kiwi eats and eats and eats and eats. In the end, Kiwi is left content, but very full. That's not healthy for you, Kiwi. One of the guards returns. They have found a holy relic. Could it be the Globus Cruciger? I sure hope it is. Yes, yes, excellent. Now give it to those charming explorers, please. It is the Globus Cruciger. Cool. So, plus one secret for each level of archaeologist in your crew is an awful lot of secrets. Fantastic! The Globus Cruciger is more brilliant than your wildest dreams. You'll be one of the top renowned explorers with this. In fact, we already are. The Count continues. Great. Now, if you would excuse me, I have many issues to attend to. I bid you farewell. However, Charles... So we saved the tool all the time, and then we were too good at this, and Charles was caught off guard, but not caught off guard, and we gained a resolve no matter what, and we wasted the tool again. There's a lesson in all this. Charles makes it clear that these explorers are your comrades, and you will stick together. The Count is obviously not content with that answer. Okay, so we get a resolve as long as we survive the encounter. Alright, here we go. So this time, I think last time we beat him up, right? We physically defeated him. But this time we will be terrifying him into a coma. Oh, so these guys are all buffed up because of, this dude, right? One of them has the aura, I think. Weird. Okay, anyway, they're friendly, which I don't care for. We could do this. Trying to think here. So we have a lot of guys with 50 spirit and very poor defenses. We can get a lot of kills here. I think what I'm actually going to do is open up like this and then seg into being friendly. Foaming with rage! Yeah. And then Agatha can move to here and soften up this guy. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, and I actually probably should have done this in the other order. Because if this misses, I'm going to be real sad. Yeah. Alright. So, 3 enemies down, including the really tough one. Oh, his AoE damage. And he's made us all crappy. Except Kiwi. Everybody seems to miss Kiwi with their AoEs, so that's good. Okay. I kind of wish that those attacks had, that they'd, like, hit Agatha and pushed her up into Excited. That would have been really cool. So this guy is weak to Terrify. Fairly weak to Terrify. Let's do this. He just popped his big AoE, so I think we can afford to group up on him. I didn't think he'd be able to reach us, or I wouldn't have been so grouped up in the first place. Yeah, we'll save Deride for next turn when we're more likely to need a big heal. And then the question is, should Kiwi chip in, or should she just deal with this guy? She could keep us friendly, potentially. Kiwi started the encounter feeling excited because of all the food, I think. Ah, those crew members' gluttony made them eat too much, leaving them excited but -1 movement. That's actually a really good trade-off. I would take that trade-off every battle if I could. We should just bring way too much food to every encounter. I'm going to take the chance, the 80%. Alright. So we're in pretty good shape. I think we might even be able to drop this guy on the next turn. Ooh, wow, that was a lot of damage. And it healed the count. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to drop this guy on the next turn. I'm glad I saved Deride. Okay, please attack Kiwi. Oh, okay. We got lucky there. Charles getting hit there would probably have been very bad. Too charming. What do I want to do? Oh, I can actually hit everybody with this. Alright, I think we have to play a little bit of cleanup, unfortunately. I also kind of think that we may have to... Oh, is he stunned? Uh-oh. Well, that's a point of resolve that we're losing. Alright, we're kind of bouncing back and forth over the line of... crap, that was a really bad time for that. We're kind of bouncing back and forth over the line of dominant devious and dominant friendly. Whew. Man, our defenses are really powerful. Charles has taken a hell of a beating. Uh-oh. I like to think that her bad hearing is preventing a little bit of damage. Alright, this guy has to go. He is a real problem guy. Alright, I'm pushing us devious, which unfortunately means that we're in a bit of a rough place defensively. So Kiwi could drop both of these guys, but... Oh! Actually, I think Agatha's just going to kill the Count. Nobody likes that papers thing. Okay, we came out of that very lucky. I think that was really lucky. Wah, I'm not cool anymore. I'm a worthless worm. I wish someone could tell me how to be cool again and connect with the youth of today so we could take 5 collect tokens, but I think we're going to help this guy out of the goodness of our hearts. The Count lightens up. Really? This is great. I can join your entourage and travel the world. I promise to be useful. I'll learn how to reconnect with the youth again. What are they saying nowadays? Spiffy? Jolly? Wrecked? He's a little bit of a time traveler on that one. Another person convinced of your awesomeness. Logical, obviously. Do we get an improvement to our supply token, or to our campaign token for that. And so you conclude your adventure in Transylvania. The crew will long remember this weird encounter in the Count's castle. Time to go back to London. That went okay. I would say somewhere between fine and okay. No, I'm joking. That was pretty great. That could have been better, though. Actually, if we had not gotten the zombie and we'd gotten the other, epic encounter that can occur there, we would have been able to come away with it with an extra treasure on top of all that. So, believe it or not even the best that things could have gone. Also, we have way too much status. Like, way too much status. This is so much more than we need. Jesus. 39 encounter tokens. Pretty okay, I guess. 3388. As you return to London, Pinkerton greets you. Charles, you have time for one last expedition before the World Expo starts and the most renowned explorer is presented. This is your last chance to gain more renown. I understand the deal, buddy. Yeah, notice how popular I become. I think that's a thing you should do. Okay. We, of course, will be unlocking the new Entourage Hall. And speaking of Entourage, what does Dracul do? +5 status from campaign tokens. Okay. That's pretty good for us. So Charles adds 1 enrage to each surrounding enemy at the start of your turn, or Charles gains resistance to Sadin. This is not that good for us. This is a lot better if Charles is in a party that's trying to play a lot of aggression, a lot of physical violence. We're going to take Strong-Willed instead. It reduces the amount of damage you take from Sadin attacks, but it also reduces the amount of like sadness that they inflict on you. So he's less likely to end up sad with lowered speech. Lowered oral attack, I should say. Except I shouldn't say. That's obviously not. Okay, never mind. So we have 250 research. We presumably we can write 2 research papers basically. So the question is, what do we want to write? We could do this. Get a student. Get 15 renown probably from doing that. Gain 2 more insight. We could choose an emotion to have a stronger effect. We could do the barter thing. Get more supplies for more exploration on the final island. That's actually probably it. Yeah, let's do that. So we need to get to 310 research. I am not concerned. And then our last point will be spent in London, of course. Not too shabby. So let's go to the Copacabana. Plus campaign will level 3 or 6. Ooh. Does she have history and occult? She does. That's a shame. If we could have gained an extra level of archaeology for her... how many are there? Okay, there's 2 more she doesn't have. If we could have gained an extra level of archaeology for her, it would have been... plus some more points on that card that we're going to play. Well, there's no reason not to upgrade this all the way first. Plus campaign when survivalists succeed. Can she get to 6? No, probably not. We're going to take this, because status is our bonus resource. And research from campaign tokens. Okay. The renowned explorer, Samba. I wonder if she always has confetti falling around her, or... because that'd be pretty cool. So we get some diplomatic skills. That wouldn't be terrible. Customs, pompous, etiquette, generous. So both of these are good for him. In fact, politics. Charles will learn politics. Status from campaign tokens. And then he has a trinket slot open, right? Even though this doesn't give him the exciting booster thing, this does make him a level 6 diplomat. So now he gets her full bonus. So every time we succeed on the adventure wheel with him, we'll get 3 additional campaign tokens, which is going to be just a ton of extra resolve. So I'm pretty happy about how that's worked out. Let's finish hiring. So Beguiler upgrade, Archaeologist, no Archaeologist upgrade. You can choose to take a token, one of the upgraded token types, instead. Tracking or navigation? Ah, she has tracking and navigation already. This is tough. We get Agatha a level of engineer and buy her the advanced tools thing, and then she'd be able to get a collect token when she succeeds on the adventure wheel. I'm just trying to figure out like what the best way is to get more what do you call it? Stuff. More renown. Because we're trying to push the score a little bit on this one. Alright, well, I think Beguiler is the thing that makes sense here. 1 campaign token gives us more renown than 3 study tokens, I'm pretty sure. So, charms or seduction? Let's go for charms. Alejandro, the beautiful explorer who is an actor as a side career to raise funds for homeless puppies, wants to teach one of you some Beguiler stuff. Our campaign tokens are going to be pretty okay. No, we go with Tupi. Again, just because 1 campaign token is going to be better than 1 collect token. Tupi, famous in the Amazon for exploring the stone jungles of Rio and Sao Paulo, wants to teach one of you a thing. Sorry, we don't have any use for that, but you could give us a discovery thing. More gold for campaign. Okay. So we have now purchased all of the specialists. We have the maximum number of specialists that it's possible to have in a game, I'm pretty sure. Because I think you can only get 1 extra specialist. I might be wrong about that, though. There might be more hidden ones. So we've improved our campaign token as much as can be expected. It looks pretty okay. Also, our encounter token. Pretty okay. I'm excited. This game's going well. Oh, right. We should hire more guys, too. So obviously we hire all of the barterers. Because 16 supplies sounds okay to me. Journalists, lobbyists. Some students, just because the, we're getting renown from hiring people. And they're way cheaper. Okay. This is a pretty good entourage, I think. I don't know that I've ever had one that's larger. Alright, so 2,000 gold with which to finish outfitting our people. So Charles's defenses are actually totally fine, and I like him having the bonus speech power from this. Your defenses are actually totally fine. You could use a little bit of offense, but I also don't really want to lose engineer combustion. There's totally stuff on the island that we might want engineer for. Although, I guess, what we could do is, if I'm just worried about a single point of engineer, I could just buy her a monkey wrench. Or extra, trinket slot. How much does this sell for? 100 gold? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Because her speech powers could be so much better. Alright, so let's buy her a sweet book. Let's buy her a dope book. She terrifies? Yes. The Legendary Book of Horrors. Okay, why do we have this? Why is that not been sold? And then I guess we'll just get better boots for Kiwi? Honestly, I feel like that's all we really need. We're in a pretty good position, equipment-wise. Kiwi could just use a little bit of a buff, yeah. Okay, we can spend 100 more gold on a trinket. There's no reason not to. So what are the 100 gold trinkets that we have available to us? The cooking pot, which I don't think is actually very good. Machete. You know what, he's got a point of athlete already, right? So it would give him another point of athlete, and also it would buff Terrify. That's not bad. Compass isn't that great because she already has Compass, or she already has Navigate. We already have a Monkey Wrench and a translation guide. Okay. Well, this is it then. I feel pretty good about how the adventure's gone up to this point. I hope that you guys do too. Come back next time. Obviously, we're headed to the Lost Island. This time, we're going to go for whatever's in that ravine, or near that ravine. Whatever it is that the anti-explorers are trying to hide from the world. I'm intensely curious. So come back if you are as well, and we'll see you then.